What are you doing? You're going crazy down there. Hey, it's Scotty. And I'm with little Fizz. Fizz, you gotta calm down. Fizz is chasing Fuzz. I wanted to come on just to answer a question about neutered boys and living with girls. So Mariah sent me a message, and first I want to send my condolences. She had a pair of boys that were neutered boys, or at least one of them was, and she lost one of her boys, and she wanted to know if she could put the other neutered boy with a pair of girls that she has. And first, before we talk about that, I want to talk about neutered boys living together. There's no reason why neutered boys can't live together, but please understand that despite what some people think, neutering doesn't really reduce the aggression between boys. Who's rumbling back there? Pipsqueak and Bison. So if you have a pair of boys and they're not getting along, neutering them isn't going to make them get along any better. If they want to fight, they're going to fight. But what neutering does allow is for a single boy to live with girls. Now, you don't, in general, a pair of boys, a pair of neutered boys, would end up probably fighting over those girls. So in the bonding rules video, I explained that you really one boy per group or single girl, one boy per girl, no matter what the combination is. So if you have 5 girls in a group, still one boy. If you have just one girl, you want to pair a boy and a girl together, either the you're biting me. If all the girls are spayed, an unneutered male can live with them. If your boy is neutered, he can live with the girls, and that's fine. But really, one boy per enclosure, no matter how many or how few girls you have. There are always exceptions to the rule, but it's not worth it. It's not worth taking that risk and having fights or any bonds break over that. So let's specifically talk about this situation. A boy that lived with another boy who is already neutered will actually, in my opinion, my experience, there's probably a 90% chance that he'll get along with those girls, with any girls, but with that pair of girls. And there's a really good chance that that pair will still remain strong when a boy is introduced. But just like any time you add or subtract girls or any piggies from a herd that is made up of girls, that creates a shift in the pecking order. So if you have a pair of girls and you add an extra girl or an extra boy or a whole group, all of a sudden who's the boss is up for grabs. Now, in most cases, the bossiest pig, the number one head honcho, is going to try to stay being the boss. That's up to them to work out, to figure it out. It often takes a week. I'm going to put my bonding rules video right here, and that goes into detail, and I actually have a clip from a video that actually is no longer on the internet, so I'm glad I took a capture of it and I show a little bit of it. This is one of the most extreme girl bondings that I've seen, and in this situation they are chasing, there's some nose punching. Oftentimes you will see an extreme version of this, but blood is almost never drawn. Now it can, and if in any bonding, boys or girls or what have you, if there's blood drawn, you want to separate them. Ideally, you want to stop it before that happens, but with girls it's so rare that they do this. Boom, boom. They chase, and it's kind of like a this thing. With boys, 2 boys, they will fight, they'll latch on, they'll roll around. You'll see this cartoon tornado, and it's not good. Piggies can get hurt that way. And so when there's tooth chattering and there is a sort of aggressive posturing right before they actually fight, that's when, with your hand wrapped in a towel or a big fleece, that's when you separate them. But with girls, it almost never happens that way. Even when you have a boy with girls, it almost never happens that way. So my suggestion is you let them work it out. You don't get overly emotional. If there's a single boy, and almost never will a neutered boy or an unneutered boy in a group of girls, almost never will he be aggressive or violent. And girls, almost never, very usually, they are not violent. They don't bite each other. They don't hurt each other. They do this nose punching. They do the chasing, and they are trying to establish a pecking order. Now, high school girls can be even more cruel. So when you see your piggies behaving this way, don't get upset, because kids are worse, right? People are way worse than what these piggies are doing. Just let them do it. It's their normal behavior. Don't apply your emotions to them. Think back to when you were a kid, the trials and tribulations that you went through in adolescence when you were in your friend group. I know, for instance, I'm not calling you out, Kevin, but one time we were all just hanging out, and for absolutely no reason, Kevin hit me in the knee with one of those clip-on lamps that you clip onto the back of your nightstand or whatever. He just picked it up, wham, whacked it on me. Now, I did not take that. I said some expletives, and I left. And that was pretty much the beginning of the end for that. We're cool now, but it was like, why do I need to hang out with these guys that are going to behave like that? You're not going to see that behavior with your piggies. So just let it happen. It might take a week before they all calm down, but they will calm down. With girls, there's an 80% chance that they're going to get along. With a neutered boy and a girl, or a unneutered boy and spayed girls, there is a 90+% chance that they're going to get along. And in most cases, it completely levels out. They'll figure out who's the boss. They will figure out their relationship, their pecking order, and you don't have to worry about it. So probably went into a little TMI here. But I find guinea pig bondings and guinea pig behavior fascinating. When it comes to bondings, no two bonding is the same. So I will put two things right here at the end. I'm going to put my bonding rules video right here again, and I'm going to put my bonding playlist right here. I highly suggest you, first of all, know the bonding rules. Live them. Learn them, know them, live them. I got that out of order. But the bonding videos are really fascinating. So I hope you think so too. Until next time, thanks for watching.